What is up, cool kids? I'm Cool Trainer Gavin. Welcome back to the next episode of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team Let's Play here on the channel. Now, hopefully, I figured out my new mic, and it should sound a little bit better. There's a couple more tweaks that I want to get done with it, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm not very good with audio things. With video type things, I can generally make it look the way I want, but audio stuff I'm still kind of figuring out. I've never been very good at it, mostly because I've used just the mic on the first webcam that I bought, which is actually, hopefully I can bring it in frame. It's just this little guy. Let me make sure that it's in frame. I don't actually know. Yeah, just this little guy is what I used for a long time. And I still do like backup audio recording on it. But it's just like a single directional mic. And it's generally just not been very good. But like I got the whole camera with the mic on it for like $5 at Walmart because the package was broken. And it was at the time like a 65-ish, $50 to $60 camera. And I got it for $5. So it was a really good, I'm really glad that I found that. But anywho, you're here for Pokemon. So, we are headed down into Pitfall Valley to save Latias at the request of her big brother, Latios. And I don't know where he wandered off to. He was in the square. But let's check out the square real quick, like, before we head down. I think I already checked out everything and got the items that I need. Let's double check, though. Yeah, I look pretty stacked. So I think we should be fine. If I had a solid flying type Pokemon, I would bring that. Because I talked about it a little bit last episode, and if you haven't seen it, make sure you go back and watch. But there are certain traps in this dungeon where if you fall into them, your Pokemon's literally just gone from the dungeon. You don't use a Reviver Seed, it's literally just gone. And this looks like a Kecleon shop down here, so I'm gonna go check that out. Oh no, cool. So that's a neat trick that I haven't actually, I kind of forgot about it until I just realized that you could do it. Like, if you use your normal attack on a space, it basically checks it for a trap. If there's a trap there, it will show itself without activating it, which is pretty neat. I completely forgot about that. So in dungeons like this, that can be super useful. Because, if I fall into a pitfall trap is what it's called, if I fall into it, it's actually kind of a good thing. Because all that happens is I take 10 damage, but then we go down to the next floor. Because it's like, in this dungeon, you know, the stairs go down a floor, right? So if you fall down through the floor, then you just go to the next floor. Well, I guess there we go. So pitfall trap. Cool. Takes me right down to the next thing. If I fall through it, it's not that bad. If one of my teammates falls through it, they're literally just gone. I'm without them for the rest of the dungeon. So that's obviously not ideal. Look at us, the OGs. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick up a ton of my controller clicking. Because the way I have to hold it now... Oh, crap. Because, I don't know. This mic really only works well if it's, like, right next to my face. So I'm kind of surprised that's not actually in the shot right now. But I managed to finagle it so it's not in my camera shot. But, let's see. But the way I have to sit for that is, makes it so that my controller is actually rather... I tried to avoid that, but it didn't quite work. I have to sit kind of uncomfortably with my controller sort of near the mic. So if you can hear it more than usual, I apologize. There's probably not much I can do about it at this point until I figure out something better to do with the mic. And it's super annoying. This mic, like the wire on it is so touchy. Like, anybody, you know, I say this a lot, but a lot of my viewers are content creators as well, so I bet they can relate. But like, the wire on this mic is so touchy because it's a USB mic. But it just uses it uses the USB for power, and then it's got like a microphone line in, so it's not like a Yeti where it's got just everything through USB. But yeah, this mic, like the wire on it's so touchy. So if I have it in the incorrect position in like its little tripod that it's in here, it just does not work, which kind of sucks. But when I get it to work correctly, I like the sound of it a lot better than my crappy camera mic. Charizard, why wouldn't you just use Heat Wave there? It hits literally all three of them. Oh, it's because I'm telling you not to use it. That's fine. Whew. Why didn't you use it right there, silly? Sai, why do you like this? This one, this dungeon I believe is 20, I think just 20 floors. Last one was 25. But we have literally no shortage of things to do in the post game at this point, because basically the way the post game works is like you have multiple, whereas like the main story of this game was mostly pretty linear. This one, you know, I could like write. Do I even have to do this mission to do like the end of the post game? I don't think that I do. No, I don't actually. This one's actually just kind of extra post game stuff, which Pokemon has not done in a long time. Good work, Charizard. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, there's several post-game storylines. But there's one that sort of wraps up the end of the regular game as well, the main campaign. All right, where do I want to go? Where are you, stairs? Ooh. Man, I need to get in the habit of like recording earlier in the day. Maybe I'll record some in the morning. Because like, I generally, question of the day, even though we don't actually do those for this series. Sai, why would you do this? Are you more of a morning person or a night person? Because I find that I'm very much an evening person. Like, in the morning, to my credit, this summer I've been a lot better at it than I usually am. But I'm generally really like, man, I just start having like a yawn counter in my episodes. But basically, like, I don't generally get like most of my energy to do things during the day until like 1 or 2 p.m. Which is like complete opposite of most people. Most people are like, 2 p.m. is like when they hit their wall. But like for me, that's when I start to like, that's when I get my energy. And then I'm usually productive from like 1 or 2 p.m. until like 8 or 9, I would say. And then so that's like my peak productivity window. And I don't know why, because there's no way that's healthy. There's no way that's a healthy like schedule. But I have, like I said, I've gotten a lot better at it this summer, because most of the time I work at 8:30. So I try to get up a little earlier, like around 6. Just to get up and do some extra work before I go to work, you know. Whether it's just like setting a video to render or uploading something and just having it so like just throughout the day at work I can even when I get home from work. It's more often when I get home from work. Like it's already uploaded so I can, you know, edit all the tags and the thumbnail and all that stuff. this is what my schedule as a content creator is like. It's very erratic because like there are some days where I upload at like a reasonable time, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then sometimes I don't upload until like 9 or 10. It really just kind of depends on how my life was that day. Wow, there's a lot of TMs here. I don't care if Charizard sleeps, because at least I get to move around. I'll take that, definitely. Can I use that right now? Like, is it worth to have Absol know that over Shockwave? I think so. Actually, I'll just eat this yellow gummy. Perfect. There you go, buddy. So, the last couple episodes, if you've been keeping up, I've had to keep reminding myself to like do adulting things, and I actually did them today. Be proud of me, because like I even wrote down, I think like 2 episodes ago, to text my roommate when I move out in. When is this gonna go up? Friday? What's the date? Friday. What is today? The 19th. So yeah, we'll be leaving literally like a month from yesterday. I think we're leaving on, I'll go back to the calendar, August 18th or 19th? Yeah, we're gonna be leaving, we're gonna leave on the 17th. So on Wednesday, a week on Wednesday. A month on Wednesday. My roommate, anyway, text my roommate, because she lives a lot closer to where we're moving than I do, and she's been there and visited the house they're moving into. So I need to text her and ask if there's a desk, because obviously, like how am I gonna record if I don't have a desk? So yeah, that's potentially very problematic. She said that the bedrooms are not huge. Oh, I need this. I need this a lot. Get rid of an apple. Actually, I'll eat this apple. I probably need it. Yeah, she said the bedrooms aren't huge. And like fortunately, I got super lucky with my apartment deal. In that, it's fully furnished. My apartment comes with furniture, and that's included in the price, which is super plus. Because like, if anybody, any of my viewers have, that works. Went apartment hunting before, and you run into an apartment that's bare bones, like renting or buying furniture sucks. Like, that's honestly terrible. Like, even if my apartment by itself was, you know, so spoilers, because I'm living in South Dakota and the cost of living in South Dakota is like super cheap. Like where I'm living is only $500 a month, a piece for me and my roommate. And like if I were to live somewhere where it's say $350 a month just for rent, if we were to have to rent like beds and you know, appliances generally are included in apartments, things like a refrigerator and stuff like that, but like beds, it depends. It usually doesn't. Like if I would have had to buy a bed or rent a bed, if I would have had to rent really anything furniture wise, it would have just made it so much more infeasible for me to move out there and like actually have money to do anything. So like finding an apartment that's like really cheap, with things like that included, was super plus. Like I'm honestly so grateful that I found this apartment. My roommate basically did all the work in finding the apartment, so I'll definitely have to thank her when I actually meet her in person. It's weird how the internet does that to people. Like my parents told me, like, when they were younger, like they never would have dreamed of moving in with somebody, like, other than outside of like a college setting, they never would have dreamed of moving in, like, getting an apartment with somebody that they've never met before. Like, I'm meeting my roommate on the day that I move in. And, oh, that's not good. That's all you, buddy. Oh, this is not excellent. Oh god, Aerodactyl's so dangerous just because of agility. Sorry, I'm intently focused right now. Anyway, yeah, my parents never would have dreamed of moving in to an apartment with somebody that they've never met before. And they were like, nowadays it's just kind of like a kind of normal thing. Like, you meet roommates on the internet all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's really true. Like, I don't know what I would have done, because I found both the apartment and my roommate on, like, a Facebook group, right? And it blows my mind that all the children nowadays, because I do a decent amount of, like, youth leadership work. Charizard, please just use Heat Wave. Like, it's probably, like, easily top 5 moves in the game. And that's a big bonus to why I evolved you. So, like, please just use it. But yeah, I do a lot of, like, youth leadership work with 15, 16-year-olds, and like we usually spend most of it's like a weekend thing, but I do it at multiple locations, so I do it for about 3 or 4 weekends out of the year. But we're with, like, the same group for the entire weekend, and usually I get, like, my group's contact information and stuff so I can keep in touch with them later, you know. And, like, what was it? I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2017. I was down in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, and I was getting, you know, my group's contact stuff, and I was like, oh, do you guys, like, what do you guys' social media? They were like, I was like, oh, do you guys use, or they were like, what'd they say? I was like, oh, what social media do you guys use? I think they said, like, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I was like, oh, do you guys use Facebook? They're like, no. This is a direct quote. They said, Facebook's for old people. And that was basically, like, stabbing me in the heart. Because I use it much less now that it's become very common knowledge how evil of an organization Facebook actually is. But, like, back then, I used it all the time. And I still use it an okay amount. Ooh. I use it more for groups than anything else. And I think that's Facebook's really big selling point. Which is why they're... No! Huge apples are so good. Okay, I still got 2 of them. That's fine. Which is why they're really pushing the Facebook groups now. Which they definitely should. That's easily their biggest advantage over, like, Instagram and Twitter. That's why I turned that off. Yeah, so I guess secondary question of the day. Do you use Facebook? Cause, like, even a lot of people, like, that are the same age as me that I graduated college with, like, they might have an account, but it's literally just to talk to, like, family members. Which is, I feel like that's definitely the most common answer that I would hear from my friends. Like, a lot of, like, my close friends have Facebooks and use them, you know, relatively actively. but not nearly as much as like I used to. Definitely not as much as I used to. Please wake up, Charizard. Thank you. Just one-shot that thing. We're almost out of here. We have, what, 2 floors? Okay, cool. It's just water. I can walk across it. You know what? You guys can handle yourselves for a second. I'm going to go check out what's up here. Is it anything interesting? No. I don't have any PP left. Oh, this is... Wow, Leechy is actually, like, crazy dangerous. I'm gonna have to pop a max elixir just to kill this thing. I wonder if Leech Seed only works within a certain range. Is Absol fighting? Oh, it took a Leech Seed. Dang it. Absol, don't worry. We're almost out of here. Damn it. But yeah, like, in all reality, Facebook is really an evil organization. Like, all the memes about Mark Zuckerberg being like a lizard person, like, those are 100% accurate. Like, I don't see how he's not a lizard person. And I have a pet lizard, so I should know. Anyway, we finally got to the bottom. Oh, JK. I guess we got one more. I thought it was only 20 floors. Guess not. But yeah, like, I'm in my personal life, I try to avoid it on the channel, as most, like, non-specifically political channels are, like, should, in my opinion. But, like, in my personal life, I'm a very political person. So I watched most of the Mark Zuckerberg's, like, his, like, testimony to Congress, right? And, like, the entire time, I was shocked by 2 things. One, how much Facebook gets away with? Like, because Facebook really has no business... Oh, they're gonna step on that, I think. Facebook really has no business, like, it's so bad. Absol, why would you do that? I forgot that you knew Flamethrower. And this is a dead end anyway. Oh, okay. They get away with so much stuff. Like, they know more about you. Actually, they know probably more about your best friend than you do. Realistically. And, like, that's crazy to me. And it's also crazy that they get away with selling that information to big companies, and that's where they make a lot of their money from. Or if they get hacked, like, all of your personal identification information, or like all of your interests, like, can be used against you, and that just blows my mind. The second thing that I was, like, super shocked by was how little Congress and just old people in general understand how the internet works. Because, like, there was one point, and I don't know if this was just a rhetorical question, but I really don't think it was, but they asked Zuckerberg, if Facebook's free to use, how do you make money? And Zuckerberg just kind of stared at him for a second, like he did the entire, you know, testimony, with a very blank and robotic expression on his face, and was like, we run ads. We charge companies to run ads on our website. And I'm like, have you never visited any website? Literally any website. Ever. There's ads on it. There's almost no exceptions that I can think of. Any website that I use on a regular basis, has ads on it. Like, that's just a fact. Think of the ones that I use for, like, all my research for Palette University, like Cerebi and Bulbapedia. Bulbapedia, any Wikipedia page, frankly, has a crazy amount of ads on it. Like, so much so that it slows down the performance of the web page, frankly. Which I think is dumb on Wikipedia's part, because all that does is piss off the people who use it. But, like, that just shows such like, a gross, misunderstanding of how the... Crap, I meant for Charizard to use that. That's a big plus from the next... Oh, God, they're so fast. That's not good. Crap. Charizard, buddy, you're gonna have to take this one. There you go. Click the super effective button. And that still didn't kill. It was flamethrowered and metal clawed, and it didn't die. Alright. Please just use Heat Wave, Charizard. I don't care if it's right next to you. I don't care. Just use Heat Wave. Kill anything. Thank you. Let's get out of here. We need to leave. Okay. Are we close? Please tell me it's 25. Why did that take so long? That was such a fake out. Okay, it must be 30 then. We're finishing this dungeon this episode. The last 3 episodes, like, I've ended the episode, like, in dungeons. And I don't like doing that. Because it's very anticlimactic. That was weird. Yeah, you are? Did you maybe come to save me? Hello, Latios. Yes, I'll be fine. My wing is still damaged a little, but I can go. Yeet. Okay then. Sounds good. Latios. Latios. You're safe. This is incredible. I'm sorry. I caused you so much worry. Oh, this is great. It's so touching. My sister's safe, all thanks to you. To be honest, I came close to giving up. But we're back together again. It's happiness beyond words. We owe you so much gratitude. Thank you. It's okay, really. When you put it that way, it's even a little embarrassing. However, we have no money or any way of repaying your kindness. And so, it's the least we can do. May we join your rescue team? Yay! Huh? We would like to join Team Poke Rescue to help with your rescue work. Would that work? Would you be willing to accept us on your rescue team? Gavin, what should we do? Do you think... do we let Latios and Latios join? No, we're gonna turn down 2 legendary Pokemon. 2 dragon types, which I don't think we even have yet. Done. You're our fellow members from now on. Great to have you. Thanks for having us. Delighted to join. And thus, Team Poke Rescue is joined by Latios and Latios. Give a nickname to Latios. Okay. We're gonna name you... Neo. And we're gonna, what are we gonna name you? See, they're Latios and Latias are classified as the Eon Pokemon, so I tried to make an anagram with that, and I realized I could only make one. I wanted to do 2 different ones for each of, or like 1 for each of them. And the only other one besides Eon and Neo would be 1. So we're going to change that a little bit. And we're going to... Wait. Oh, wait. There it is. Oni. Cool. Excellent. So that actually is very perfect timing. We're definitely going to save our adventure. And before we end off the episode, we're going to go pay them a visit just to see what it looks like. And I'm pretty sure I know what level they are, but I don't know for sure. What up, Pelipper? Yeah, nothing good. Okay. So who are we visiting? So this is their personal little island, and I love it. What level are you guys? You're level 30. Okay. What moves do you know? Psywave Memento. Interesting. Memento is super weird in this game. So you're trash. Without TMs. You are level 28. Okay. Okay, so you're size 1. I thought you were size 2. Are you size 2? You are size 2. Okay, so that makes Latios much more useful than Latios in my opinion. And they're basically the same stat-wise. What are your moves? Literally the same except you have Wish, except instead of it boosts the user's HP recovery rate. That's really interesting. Yeah, so Latios is much more useful than Latios because size plays a somewhat of a role in what team members you can have with you. Size 2 doesn't make that big of a difference. Size 2 means you can't recruit anything else because you can basically only bring 4 stars worth of size into a dungeon, or you can only bring 3. You can have 4. So like if you bring 3 in, so if me, Sai, and Doompupper went into a dungeon, we could recruit 1 other size 1 Pokemon. But if we have me, Sai, and Latios, because Latios is size 2, we could not recruit anything. There's an exception to that, where like if me and say an Onyx, which is size 4, the 2 of us could go into a dungeon, but we couldn't recruit anything in there. So you can have 5, but you wouldn't want to do that. Like there's no point in that. None of the size 4 Pokemon are that great, except for the legendaries. But anywho, I'm rambling at this point. What do we need to do next? So we need to go to Great Canyon. I don't remember what that was for. That's definitely the next main story post-game mission. So we'll go to Buried Relic next. That'll be next episode. So, like I said, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, please like and or subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at CoolTrainerGav. Check out our second channel, Palette University, which focuses mainly on Pokemon science, Pokemon theories, etc. And until next time, smile later.